Okay, I think I've thought of the most unintentionally metal thing I've done. So, when I was in college, working on my computer science degree, I had a class that should have been the most, like, fun and relevant thing I did in that major. It was a software development class. So, software development class. Basically, the prompt is you're going to form a group of 4 and come up with something you want to make, and then spend literally all semester making it. And at the end, you're going to present what you made. And so people got into groups with, like, their friends and people who liked their ideas, and I and 2 other guys just had no idea how to speak, and we were the last 3 left, and so we became the last group. Okay, so one guy, kind of shy, he liked music, and he was like, I was thinking we could make like a music maker, like a little digital keyboard. And I was like, I like music, that'd be cool. This other guy was like, yeah, I know all of the tech, I keep up on all the tech, I'll be like this team's architect. And me and the other guy were like, that sounds great, because we have no idea where to start with this. We don't know what programming language would be best to build this in or anything like that. We're just, get us some documentation or tell us what to install to get started, and then we will do our best to learn. And then that guy just did nothing for 2 or 3 weeks. For a while, we just sort of waited for him to mention that he was making progress. I would ask him at the beginning of class, like, how things were, and he'd just say, oh yeah, I'm doing stuff, and then present nothing. But eventually it was clear he wasn't doing anything. I started, like, stressing out, so I started setting up meetings, outside of class to, you know, get together and give progress reports and trying to set deadlines in them. And he just started skipping them. Not only did he skip the meetings and ignore all calls, texts, emails, and then he stopped showing up to class. And I was like, I don't know this guy personally, so I'm like, oh, I was getting so stressed out, but, you know, I don't know what he has going on outside of class. What if he died? I wonder if he has a roommate, if he's gone missing and no one's seen him, like, has anyone called the police? And I was ready to, like, ask the teacher if he knew anything. When Friday, this guy comes into class, and I go, like, aw man, where were you? And he smirks at me. He says nothing, he just smirks really smugly and sits down across the table from me. And I was getting very mad. And then I, like, got unmad because I got worried for him. And then the fact that I had gotten so worried and he reacted like that made me twice as mad. I think that was an inciting incident. It took me a while to work myself up to it. But it was just eating at me and eating at me. No one could speak to me without, like, hearing me go off about this class and this guy in particular. The other guy was fine. So, finally, I'm, like, trying to schedule another meeting. I think he's late again. And I send him a text message that says, look, we only have 3 members of this group for a 4-person project. You are a senior. And this is a capstone class. You need to pass this class to graduate. I am a year younger than you, and I've already done my capstone. I don't need this class. If you don't start making this project feasible, I will drop this class for my own good. And if I do that, you and the other guy will not be able to pass. You simply will not. Like, We're 2 months into the semester already. We have literally nothing, and you would be dead in the water. And I will let that happen to you for my own good if you don't give me a reason not to. He didn't reply, but he did start showing up to meetings after that.